Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Let me activate the Wirecast camera. Is it mic check? Show me video. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm currently providing breaking weather coverage right now of a tornado warning for Ocean County in New Jersey. I'm currently monitoring my security camera systems, and I'm about to be pulling up cameras along the Long Beach Island area. It looks like right now that the circulation area that triggered the tornado warning has been offshore the entire time. I'm going to pull up the radar in 1 second so you can see what I'm talking about, but it appears that it was detected due to radar right now. I'm just going to do this very haphazard. It's really early in the morning. It is currently about 1:49 a.m. And I'm going to add in, I'm doing everything quickly. But again, it does appear right now that the area that was triggered by the warning has been offshore the entire time. I'm going to stress that again. It has been offshore the entire time. And I'm going to be pulling up now for you the storm, the area of circulation, as at most there was probably a water spout. I'll say that again. At most there was probably a water spout. But I noticed something initially on the radar earlier today about it that I was questioning about, that I thought that something was going to form. Right now, we are currently looking at the current radar. This radar is current. This is as of 1:48 a.m. And I'm going to reset up the screen quickly. You can hear the thunder going on behind me. I'm going to be pulling up more cameras as I can get them. I'm going to pull up NJDOT cameras. I'm going to be pulling up all cameras that I can get. Here we go. You guys have a much better view. And I will explain to you right here, and I will track back a few frames. Right here, I'm going to turn off storm tracks so you can see, and I'll go into the guiding of this tools. Right here, where I just circled, that was most likely the center of circulation that the National Weather Service radar did pick up on, that they were following. And looking at this, there's been increased lightning as I'm just looking on my mobile application. And I'm also going to be pulling up cameras quickly on my other computer from the New Jersey Department of Transportation to see what's going on. And I'm going to be monitoring. There so far appears to be no storm reports. Again, this is breaking right now. It is currently 1:52 a.m. I will go, as I should have a new radar scan. It appears that the area is going away, the area of rotation, and I'll show you currently the reflectivity. At most, we'll have to look down at the following area that I just circled. I'll be looking at that very closely right now. But with that, we are currently showing, and I will zoom into the area. Right now, there's appearing right now to me nothing out of the ordinary. But if I went and tracked back a few frames for this radar, it would probably show something for me. Yes, right here is why we were questioning it on the radar. The tornado warning expires in 7 minutes, so the stream will probably end in 7 minutes. But right here, this is what we were questioning and why the National Weather Service has already issued this tornado warning so early this morning. This was at 1:37 a.m. Right there, that's the classic hook echo sign of a storm with a developing tornado. I'm going to actually pull up GR level 3 on my Windows. I'm going to see what that says. I'm going to try to carry that over so you guys can see it as well. But again, this is initially what questioned us and what the National Weather Service issued the tornado warning upon. Since middle of the night, chasers aren't out, you cannot see it. So I'm going to go back into the current frame. Right now, nothing out of the ordinary. It looks like a normal severe storm. This one looks like it has a bow echo going to it. And I will show you the bow echo. This appears, in my opinion, to be a bow echo right now. But other than that, it appears that the tornado threat has already diminished. The storm was already off. The storm was already out to sea by the time that it appeared on radar. But then again, these are 5-minute loops, so I would have to go back even further. Please stand by for 1 second. I'm just opening up on my other computer, GR level 3, so I can see what's going on there. And I'm going to pull in my archive for the radar so I can see what's going on with storm attributes. That area does have hail right now out to sea, 30% chance of 0.25 inch hail. And looking at that, it did not detect, it appears, the level 3 radar apparently did not detect any circulation in the storm at that time. And you can hear the thunder and lightning behind me. It's going crazy right now, but right now it appears that the tornado threat has diminished. Already, it appears that it has. But it does look like on the radar that the National Weather Service was taking the proactive measure to issue out the warning already, when at the time of 1:37 a.m., they saw on radar an area. I can have to go back and get further data, but it appears at that point that there was the question of a tornado right here, with the most defining precursor be right there. Because if you notice, it has a comma shape to it. My very poor comma. Sorry about that. But I am going to look back and see why they issued the warning. Quickly, I am looking back on Radar Scope Pro, using it on my iPad to see what's going on. Let me change out my source quickly. Because if I can change out my source for you, I can pull back even more frames if necessary. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull in. You can probably hear behind me right now, there's a lot of lightning going on, a lot of lightning and thunder. Sorry if I'm talking a mile a minute right now, but the tornado warning has expired already. That's good to know. The tornado warning has expired. And this looks like that this was just an isolated event tonight. I'm looking, the lightning did increase a lot tonight, at probably about tenfold. But I'm looking at the area that they initially triggered the warning for. Give me 1 second, I just need to look at this. Yes, it appears that they did the very proactive measure. They actually issued it because it looked like around 1:30 that it had the area of circulation going. And if I can pull that up for you, it does look like that. And if I can actually change out the speed. Actually, no, I'll cut to my camera so I can show you what I'm talking about right now. And I'll zoom in on the area. This is what they were questioning about. Give me 1 second. If you notice, this is what they were questioning about, where it appeared that along the coast it started forming the hook echo. So it appears if there was any tornado, that the tornado actually did go out to sea. It was already a water spout. The storms are done at this point. on the back end, it's still going to be raining for some ways. But it appears that the National Weather Service did take a very proactive measure this evening. As you can see here, the storms were very isolated. But I, unfortunately, at this point, unless I have Alice in house, cannot cut back. So I can't show you, but I can show you as far back as I can go, which would be about a half hour ago. So again, the National Weather Service took a very proactive step this morning in doing this. And let's see if I can go back to NOAA. I can show you what they were talking about. All right. I'm gonna have to show this to you. This is from National Weather Service. It's very crude. It looks like around this frame right there, and I'll draw it for you. Right around here was where the circulation was starting. So as I go to the next frame, you can see right there that it's still forming itself. Then we have here on radar the comma, what we look for. And with that, if I go into base reflectivity, next frame, it should give me the area as the radar was showing. But again, they were very proactive this morning, and I applaud them for how quick they issued out the warning. I didn't even know about it until EAS activated on my television. But looking at that right now, the severe weather threat is over. The tornadoes gone. If there was any, it was always a water spout. This is the current Doppler radar. If I can zoom out for you. As I need to get out of my drawing. But other than that, right now, there is no more tornado threat for the evening. And the radar application, as I can show this very well. So I will show that. I'm going to kick over that computer as well, and I'll explain everything. If I have the proper software. Fortunately, I don't have the proper software, so just to say right now, and you guys can probably track it back later on, Doppler radar indicated a possible tornado. The National Weather Service immediately issued the tornado warning that expired about 7 minutes ago. There was radar indicated rotation in the storm. It appears that there was going to be a possible tornado. If there was one, it was out to sea, fortunately. I haven't heard any reports of tornadoes. I'm going to check social quickly and see what's going on there. But other than that, just looking at this, there might be another form, just looking alone at this radar, possible area of interest on my part, which I'll say is fortunately out to sea. And for me right now, that area of interest is right here. That is the storm, that's the cell particularly that did bring in the possible tornado. As per Doppler radar indicated, there was rotation in this storm. But let me check social quickly, see if there's anything about a tornado or reports of a touchdown. Even though it's still early in the morning, people are sleeping. Unfortunately, if there was a tornado that impacted a house, the people were most likely sleeping during this point, which is always why you should get a NOAA weather radio. I recommend one. I have 2 of them. Your phone also does it back in 4G, which is always good. But again, I don't know how they were working tonight, because I know I get mine very sparsely. Sorry if you're hearing the noise. I'm just moving things in the background. I want to see if my cell phone got it. My cell phone did not get an EAS activation, but it did tell me about the tornado warning, that they did allow to expire early. which is why I also use a whole array of weather apps, including national Red Cross ones, Weather Underground. You name it, I probably have it. That looks like steel that's trying to reform itself. Just looking at this, give me 1 second. I am looking here. Yes, I will show you. This is from the Harvey Cedars Police Department. I'm going to message them and ask them if they've gotten any reports of anything, possibly. But again, this was the warning at the time. I'm going to see what if they have any reports. Says here, retweet National Weather Service Mount Holly, 1:56 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Tornado warning will be allowed to expire at 2 a.m. as rotation has moved offshore, which was always a good thing. It's always good when you have rotation move offshore, especially when it's at night. Even though the worst type of tornado is a night tornado, point blank, I'll say that. But right now, it appears that there are no reports of tornadoes. But it's still lightning and thundering like crazy outside. Looking at this, just give me 1 more second. Yep. It appears right now that there is no tornado warnings right now as of this time. Well, no tornado reports as of this time. Everybody on my social feed did put it up quickly. But again, the tornado warning did expire at 2 o'clock because the rotation moved offshore. And as of this time, I'm moving the stream offline. I thank you for watching this breaking weather for this tornado warning in New Jersey as it happened. I'm going to leave you off right now. It is currently 2:05 a.m. and I thank you for watching.